Imagine this. You have been planning your dream trip for months. You arrive at the airport, you are excited, your bags are packed, everything is perfect. You walk up to the check-in counter, the agent smiles at you and asks, "Did you pack your bags yourself?" And you freeze. You have no idea how to answer in English.
That is so real. I have seen people just nod and smile and hope for the best.
Exactly. And that's the moment where English can make the difference between a smooth, confident journey and a stressful, confusing one.
Today, we are going to change that. By the end of this episode, you will know exactly what to say at every single stage of your trip, from booking your ticket at home to landing at your destination.
We will cover booking vocabulary, airport check-in, security, boarding, common problems, and we will do not one, but 2 full role plays. There's a lot to get through.
We will also look at some key grammar, how to use will and would for travel situations, and polite request phrases that every traveler needs.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mark. Welcome to ClearTalk English, where learning English is easy, natural, and fun.
If this is your first time here, welcome. Please subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you are coming back, welcome back. We are so happy you are here.
Your dream trip is waiting. Let's make sure your English is ready for it. Let's start at the very beginning, before you even leave your house. Booking a trip. Sarah, what is the first thing you do when you plan a trip?
I look for flights. I open a website and start searching. The key word here is flight, your journey by airplane from one place to another.
And there are 2 main types of flights. A direct flight, or non-stop flight, goes straight to your destination with no stops. A connecting flight has a stop in the middle. You change planes at another airport.
That middle stop is called a layover. For example, I have a 3-hour layover in Lisbon. It means you wait at Lisbon Airport before catching your next flight.
When you book, you also choose your ticket type. A one-way ticket takes you from A to B. A round-trip ticket, or return ticket, takes you there and brings you back.
And then there are seat classes. Economy class is the standard option, the most affordable. Business class has more space, better seats, and more services. First class is the most luxurious and expensive.
I always fly economy. What about accommodation? After flights, most people book a hotel.
Yes, to book or to reserve, both mean to arrange something in advance. I booked a hotel room. I made a reservation for 2 nights.
Other useful booking vocabulary. Itinerary, your complete travel plan with dates, times, and places. Confirmation number, the code you receive after booking. Very important to keep. Travel insurance, a policy that protects you if something goes wrong.
Always get travel insurance, everyone. It is one of those things you hope you never need but are very grateful for when you do.
Absolutely. So, flight, layover, one-way, round trip, economy, business, book, reserve, itinerary, confirmation number, travel insurance. The foundation of every trip.
Now you are at the airport, the building itself. Let's learn the key areas and words you will see everywhere.
The first place you go is the check-in counter, or check-in desk. This is where you confirm your presence, hand over your luggage, and receive your boarding pass.
Your boarding pass is your ticket to get on the plane. It has your name, flight number, departure time, gate number, and seat number. You need it at every step.
Luggage is your bags and suitcases. There are 2 types. Checked luggage, the large bags you hand over at check-in and go into the plane's hold, and carry-on luggage, the small bag you take with you on the plane.
Every airline has a luggage allowance, the maximum weight you are allowed to bring for free. If your bag is too heavy, you pay an excess baggage fee. Always weigh your bag before you go.
After check-in, you go through passport control, also called immigration. An officer checks your passport and visa. Then you go through security, where they check your carry-on bag with an X-ray machine.
At security, you must take off your shoes, belt, and jacket. You put your liquids in a small transparent bag. Laptops come out of bags too. It sounds complicated, but after 1 or 2 times, it becomes automatic.
After security, you are in the departures area, or departure lounge. This is where you wait. You'll see many gates. Each gate is a door to a different plane. Your gate number is on your boarding pass.
There are also departure boards, the big screens showing all flights, their gate numbers, and their status. The status can say on time, delayed, boarding, or final call. Final call means hurry up.
Yes, final call is not the time to be shopping. Key words: check-in counter, boarding pass, luggage, carry-on, passport control, security, departures, gate, departure board. Learn these and you will navigate any airport in the world.
Time for our first role play. This is the check-in counter. I will be the airline agent. Mark, you are the passenger.
Perfect. Let's go.
Good morning. Can I have your passport and booking reference, please?
Good morning. Here you go. My booking reference is CL4872.
Thank you. Are you checking any bags today?
Yes, I have one suitcase to check and one carry-on bag.
Could you place your suitcase on the scale, please? I see it's 24 kilograms. Your allowance is 23. You are 1 kilogram over.
Oh no. Is there any way to avoid the fee? I could move something to my carry-on bag.
Of course, you're welcome to do that. Just step aside and rearrange your bags.
Thank you so much. Okay, I moved a book and a jacket. Is that better?
Perfect. 22.5 kilograms. Great. Do you have a window or aisle seat preference?
I'd love a window seat, please.
I've put you in seat 22A. Window seat. Perfect. Did you pack your bags yourself?
Yes, I packed them myself.
Are you carrying any liquids, sharp objects, or electronic devices over 100 watt-hours in your carry-on?
Just my laptop and a small bottle of water.
You'll need to empty the water bottle before security. Here is your boarding pass. Boarding begins at gate B14 at 10:30. Have a great flight.
Thank you so much.
And roleplay 1.
Did you notice the polite phrases? Could you place your bag? I'd love a window seat. Is there any way to avoid? These are all polite, natural, and very effective. We'll talk more about this grammar in a moment.
You made it through check-in and security. Now you are on the plane. Let's learn the key vocabulary for this part of the journey.
When you board, that means you get on the plane. You find your seat. You have 3 options for where to sit: window seat, middle seat, or aisle seat. The aisle is the corridor that runs down the middle of the plane.
Nobody likes the middle seat. Above your seat is the overhead compartment, the storage space where you put your carry-on bag.
The flight attendants are the crew members who look after passengers on the plane. They do the safety demonstration before takeoff, showing you how to use the seatbelt, the oxygen mask, and the emergency exits.
Please, always pay attention to the safety demonstration, even if you fly often. Key moments in the flight: takeoff is when the plane leaves the ground. Turbulence is when the plane shakes or bumps due to air movement. It can feel scary, but it is completely normal.
And landing is when the plane returns to the ground. On long flights, the crew will serve meals and drinks. You might hear, chicken or pasta? That is always the question.
Always. Some useful phrases during the flight. Excuse me, could I have a glass of water, please? Could you help me with my bag? Is it possible to change my seat?
And if you feel unwell, I'm not feeling well. Could you bring me some water? Flight attendants are very used to helping passengers. Never hesitate to ask.
Let's pause for a grammar moment. In travel situations, being polite is absolutely essential. And in English, the words you choose tell people how polite you are. Let's look at 3 patterns.
First, will for quick, direct requests. Will you bring me a blanket? It works, but it sounds a little direct. Use it when you need something urgently.
Would is softer and more polite. Would you bring me a blanket? Sounds much better. Would you be able to change my seat? Even more polite because you acknowledge that it might not be possible.
And then there's could, also very polite. Could I have an extra pillow? Could you help me with my bag, please? The word please at the end makes any request immediately warmer.
A very powerful structure for travel. I'd like. It's short for I would like. I'd like a window seat, please. I'd like to check one bag. I'd like to book a flight to London. Natural, polite, and clear.
Compare these two. give me a different seat versus I'd like to change my seat if possible. The meaning is the same. The impression is completely different.
And if possible is a wonderful phrase to add to any request. It shows respect for the other person's limitations. Could I have an aisle seat if possible? Staff appreciate it enormously.
So remember, would and could for polite requests. I'd like to say what you want, and if possible, to show flexibility. These three will take you very far in any travel situation.
You landed. Welcome to your destination. But the journey isn't over yet. You still have to go through arrivals. Let's cover this vocabulary.
After landing, you followed the signs to arrivals and then immigration, also called passport control. An immigration officer will check your passport and ask you some questions.
These questions are very predictable. Let's practice them. What is the purpose of your visit? You answer, tourism, or business, or I'm visiting family.
How long are you planning to stay? Answer, 2 weeks or 10 days. Short and direct is best here.
Where will you be staying? Answer, I'll be staying at the Grand Hotel in the city center, or I'm staying with friends.
Do you have a return ticket? Yes, I have a return flight on the 15th. Keep your itinerary and confirmation ready. They may ask to see it.
After immigration, you go to baggage claim, the area where your checked luggage arrives on a conveyor belt. Look for your flight number on the screen to know which belt to go to.
And then customs. Customs is where officers check that you are not bringing prohibited items into the country. There are usually 2 lanes, nothing to declare and goods to declare. If you are unsure, always choose goods to declare.
After customs, you exit through the arrivals hall and your adventure begins. Keywords: arrivals, immigration, purpose of visit, baggage claim, conveyor belt, customs. You are almost there.
Now let's talk about something nobody wants to experience, but everyone should be prepared for: problems. Because travel doesn't always go smoothly.
The most common problem: a delayed or canceled flight. Delayed means the flight will depart later than scheduled. Canceled means the flight will not depart at all.
What do you say? Go to the airline desk and say, "Excuse me, my flight has been delayed. Could you tell me the new departure time?" Or, "My flight was canceled. What are my options?"
If your flight is canceled, the airline must rebook you on another flight or offer you a refund. You can say, I would like to be rebooked on the next available flight, please, or I'd like a refund for my ticket.
Another nightmare: lost luggage. You arrive at baggage claim, everyone gets their bags, and yours is not there. What do you do?
You go to the airline's baggage office and say, I'm afraid my luggage hasn't arrived. My flight number was CL204 from Sao Paulo. They will ask you to fill in a lost baggage report, a form describing your bag.
A missed connection is when your first flight lands late and you don't have enough time to catch your connecting flight. This is stressful. Go to the airline desk immediately and say, I missed my connection. Can you help me find the next available flight?
One more very practical situation: losing your boarding pass. Go to any airline desk or gate and say, I'm sorry, I've lost my boarding pass. Could you print another one for me? They can reprint it in seconds.
The key in any problem is to stay calm, be polite, and state clearly what happened and what you need. Airline staff deal with problems all day. A calm, clear passenger always gets help faster.
Let's do a quick round of essential travel phrases. These are short, practical sentences you will use again and again.
Asking for directions in the airport. Excuse me, where is gate B14? How do I get to the departures area? Is there a pharmacy in the terminal?
Asking about your flight. Is this flight on time? Has boarding started for flight CL204? What time does the gate close?
At the gate. Is this the gate for the flight to London? Could I board now? I have a young child. I have priority boarding.
At arrivals. Excuse me, where is the taxi rank? How do I get to the city center from here? Is there a shuttle bus to the hotel?
And a very important one for any confused moment. I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. Could you repeat that more slowly, please? Never be embarrassed to ask. Everyone appreciates a clear communication.
Write these phrases down, practice them out loud, and you will be amazed how natural they feel when you actually need them.
Time for our second role play, and this one is a challenge. 2 problems at once, a canceled flight and lost luggage. Sarah, you are the airline staff. I am the passenger. Not a very happy one.
Let's do it.
Excuse me, I need help. My flight to New York was canceled, and I have been waiting here for 4 hours with no information.
I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Could I have your name and booking reference, please?
It's Mark Davies, booking reference CL9031.
Thank you, Mr. Davies. I can see your flight was canceled due to a technical issue. I'd like to rebook you on our next flight to New York, which departs tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Would that work for you?
Tomorrow morning? That's almost 18 hours from now. Will the airline provide accommodation for tonight?
Absolutely. Since the cancellation is our responsibility, we will provide a hotel room, dinner, and breakfast at no cost. I'll give you a hotel voucher right now.
Okay, thank you. There is one more problem, actually. I arrived on a connecting flight 2 hours ago, and my suitcase hasn't appeared at baggage claim. I'm afraid it's lost.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Could you describe the bag for me?
It's a large navy blue suitcase with a red ribbon tied to the handle so I can identify it easily.
Perfect description. I'll file a lost baggage report right now. We will contact you as soon as we locate it, usually within 24 hours. Could I have your phone number and the hotel address where you'll be staying?
Of course. It's the hotel you were sending me to.
Of course, how easy. We'll deliver your bag there directly when we find it. And here's a toiletries voucher for tonight since you don't have your luggage.
Thank you so much. You have been very helpful. Did you notice? Even in a stressful situation, the language stayed calm and polite. I'd like to rebook. Would that work for you? I'm sorry to hear that. Polite English always gets better results.
Quiz time. 4 questions. Are you ready?
Question 1. What is a layover? A. Your carry-on bag. B. A stop between 2 flights at a connecting airport. C. The moment the plane lands.
B. A layover is a stop between flights. For example, I have a 2-hour layover in Madrid.
Question 2. Which is the most polite request? A. Give me a window seat. B. I want a window seat. C. I'd like a window seat if possible.
C. I'd like, if possible, is polite, clear, and flexible. Always the best choice.
Question 3. Your bag didn't arrive at baggage claim. What do you say? A. You lost my bag. B. I'm afraid my luggage hasn't arrived. C. Where is my bag? Find it now.
B. I'm afraid my luggage hasn't arrived. Calm, polite, and very effective. I'm afraid is a great phrase to soften bad news.
Question 4. What does boarding mean? A. Checking in your luggage. B. Going through passport control. C. Getting on the plane.
C. Boarding means getting on the plane. Boarding has begun means it's time to go to your gate and get on.
How did you do? 4 out of 4? Tell us in the comments.
Let's recap everything we covered today. Booking vocabulary, flights, layovers, one-way, round trip, itinerary. Airport, check-in, boarding pass, luggage allowance, passport control, security, departures, gates. On the plane, boarding, overhead compartment, flight attendants, takeoff, turbulence, landing. Arrivals, immigration, baggage claim, customs. Problems, delays, cancellations, lost luggage, missed connections. Grammar, would, could, I'd like, if possible, and 2 full role plays.
That is a complete travel toolkit. You are ready for any airport, any airline, and any situation.
Remember the moment from the beginning, the agent asking, "Did you pack your bags yourself?" Now you know the answer. Yes, I packed them myself. 3 words: confident, clear, perfect.
Your challenge today: write a comment telling us about a trip you are planning or a trip you have already taken. Use at least 3 words or phrases from today's episode. We read every single comment.
If this episode helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves to travel. It really makes a difference for us.
Practice a little every day. Your English and your confidence grow together. Little by little, you will get there.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone, and don't forget, check your flight status before you leave for the airport.
Bye. Safe travels.